Welcome Capricorn to your reading for October 2025. So this is for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising and your Venus signs, and it is a general reading, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. We're going to get straight into it. Has anyone got a cure for arthritis of the thumb? I would love to hear it. I know you're going to say stop shuffling, but unfortunately I haven't got that choice. So we're looking at your general energy, your opportunity, your challenge, your unforeseen events, and your advice. And I'm using the Magical Nordic Tarot deck. And I will be clarifying with the Everyday Witch Tarot. So in your general energy, we have got the Two of Cups in reverse. This does indicate that there's some kind of disconnect between you and someone close. It could be that there's a temporary separation. This could be a friend, family member, colleague, could also be relationship related, but it could also indicate that there's been a separation which is it's to do with trying to sort out some sort of conflict, possibly, but there's a disunion here, okay? 10 of Wands in your opportunity. I think whatever this is about is, Capricorn, you have to decide. This isn't about blame, apportioning blame. Because I do sense that there's something here about, which happens in just about any conflict or argument. You will always think that you're in the right, and not just you, anyone, and the other person's in the wrong. This is about doing the harder thing and understanding where your faults lie and being the person to put the hard work in to try and resolve this, because it feels to me like it's important that you do. I think that this is just a misunderstanding of some kind of disagreement. You're sitting in your own energy, they're sitting in their own energy. They're not attempting to see it from your point of view, and you're not attempting to see it from their point of view, which is very typical of any disagreement or argument. So while you're in this separation, it gives you an opportunity to sit down and just put yourself in their shoes and walk in their shoes for a mile and just see, is this, okay, let me just think about this. Now let me imagine if I'm them, and let me imagine how it feels to have the experience of how I've been reacting. And if you can do that, which is the harder thing to do, it will make you want to put the work in to resolve this. That's the opportunity. The Seven of Wands reversed is in your challenge, which makes me feel like there's some barriers up here. It's almost like, which is why it's the 10 of Wands. This is hard. It's not easy. It does feel like the door is shut. They're like, I don't know. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, what you've got to say. Or there just might not be any communication at all. But don't give up, okay? They're just protecting themselves. They're not expecting you to say what you're about to say. They're going to expect more of the same reasons why they're wrong and you're right, and all that stuff. And they're really not expecting for you to come at this at such a different angle. So don't give up. If they're not listening, after trying for a while, then send them maybe not send them a text, because they can just delete that. Write them a letter, do it old school, or I don't know, but you'll find a way. The Queen of Cups reversed is in your unforeseen events, excuse me. I don't know if this is the person that you're trying to engage with or trying to reconcile with, but they're not being very nice, is what I would say. Is they're being really unkind. It's like you're seeing a different side to them, one that you weren't expecting to see. And you're going to have to keep reminding yourself, Capricorn, that this isn't actually them. It's the part of themselves that's lashing out, and they're saying things that at points you might think, what are they, you know, how can they possibly believe that or think that? It just seems so, I want to use the word delusional, but it's like, where are they getting this from? And if this person's a water sign, it'll be because they've been left to their thoughts. They've been left to their own devices. While you two have been separated, they've allowed a thought to expand and grow and get out of control. And, you know, something that once was started with, you know, a suspicion or a feeling of insecurity about you. Maybe they thought, well, you know, I don't know if I trust them. I think they might be seeing someone. I've got no proof of it, but I don't know, it's just a feeling. If you put a water sign on their own with that thought will grow to the point where they 100% believe it. But not only do they believe it, but they also have expanded on it. So not only have you been unfaithful, but you've been unfaithful throughout the whole of the relationship. If it's a relationship, you know, maybe this is about a friendship. Maybe it's about, I don't know, whatever it is, that's what's going on here. And again, this isn't you, this is them. The advice here is the Five of Cups reversed. It's interesting, this card is really about a feeling of loss, a feeling of not being able to focus on anything but the negative, which is understandable, Capricorn. You know, if someone's saying things to you which are really hurtful and clearly untrue, it's hard to not focus on that, because you're looking at someone that you thought you knew well, and you thought they knew you well, and all of that is just up in the air. But actually, the Five of Cups in reverse is like you've lost all hope of this ever being resolved. But don't. I think the best thing to do when you get to this point is to stop talking. Stop. You've done your bit. Let them think about it. Let them. I think when they have to deal with the silence, that'll be when they open up. Oh, sorry, when they decide to read that letter, listen to that voice note, whatever it is that they've been absolutely refusing to do. Once you stop engaging with them, they'll be so frustrated. They're like, right, I want to know more. What is wrong with this person? And then they'll listen to it, and then they'll be, oh my God, that was the last thing I was expecting. So let's clarify. So we have the Two of Cups reversed. Clarified by the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. There's an element here, if you're really honest with yourself, Capricorn, whether it's there but you're not acknowledging it or not, is that actually you're quite enjoying this freedom, even if it's temporarily. You're like, yes, I'm free, I can go and do what I want. And the Wheel of Fortune does indicate, though, that won't last, it will change. It's like the immediate reaction, the immediate emotion is that, oh, I'm free, I can do what I want. I don't have to be answerable to this person, or I don't have to worry about communicating with them, or I don't know. There's something here which you're secretly enjoying temporarily until other things, other factors kind of start to be apparent, and then you're like, actually, this isn't so great after all. 10 of Wands in your opportunity. Clarified by the Devil in reverse. And the 7 of Swords. So this does feel like, I don't know what the reason for this disagreement, conflict, or whatever this is about. It does feel like there's a lack of trust, definitely. There's a sense of betrayal from both sides, because if one of you is accusing the other, they feel betrayed. That's why they're accusing you. And if the other person is 100% innocent of what they're accusing them of, is also feeling betrayed, because how could they think that? So there's definitely this. The Devil in reverse is you, Capricorn. You feel disempowered to a certain extent, because there's nothing you can do about this. You can't change someone's mind, no matter how much you need to or want to, which is your burden. And it is the most frustrating thing, I have to say, in the world, if someone believes something that is untrue about you. And it's one of those situations where the more you protest, the more they think, oh, you know, thou doth protest too much, therefore you are definitely guilty. And if you're silent, you don't want to acknowledge it. So what do? It's such a hard situation. The 7 of Wands reversed in your challenge is clarified by the Knight of Cups reversed and the 6 of Wands. So like I said, you're going to have a lot of difficulty getting through to this person, because to begin with, there's just going to be a huge barrier up. The Knight of Cups reversed is there's no any feeling between you. And as I said, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. This could be just a close connection with someone, friend, family, colleague, whoever. You've made it known, whatever this relationship has been about. Historically, you've both made it known how you feel about each other. A sense of admiration, a sense of appreciation, a sense of, you know, care. And it has been, up until this point, it has been reciprocated. But now this person is so cold, like it's like nothing they said in the past, anything they've said in the past now gets forgotten and it's like, what happened? The 6 of Wands is an interesting card, because this is the card of winning a battle. And the challenge here, like in any conflict, any argument, is that you both want to win. You're both being stubborn. You both, got one, you've both got one goal in mind, and that is to come out the victor, to prove the person wrong and to be the one that's right. It's same as any conflict and argument. So that's the challenge here. And then the Queen of Cups in reverse. There's a lack of, whoever this is, they're definitely sucked into their own bubble. They're not seeing anything from anyone else's point of view except their own, which you have done, which is good. Regardless of how long it's going to take them to get there, you've done it, and you should be able to step away and just go, I've done my bit, can't do any more. I've got to try and block out the negative energy coming from this person. Otherwise, I'm going to be tempted to go. And don't forget, temptation is probably your one, what's the word I'm looking for? It's your weakness. Temptation is your weakness. If someone knows your triggers or knows what button to press, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to have to react to that. So be careful. This comes in with the 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups reversed. This is a really hard thing for you, Capricorn, because this is getting to you, and this is the battle that you face. The 5 of Pentacles is feeling shut out. It's feeling disregarded. It's feeling disrespected. It's So all of those things, it's feeling ignored. And these things are really hard for you to just rise above. The Ten of Cups reversed. This could be someone in your family. You know, this card does indicate someone that either is in your family or feels like family to you. Someone you embraced into your family. So it's interesting because it now feels like without them in your family, you don't have a family, which is weird. The Five of Cups reversed in your advice. Clarified by the Eight of Swords and the King of Cups reversed. So they don't feel like there's no hope, this is done, it's hopeless, because it's not. The Eight of Swords is being trapped by your own self-imposed emotional restrictions. Don't do what they're doing and allow a thought to get out of control or an emotion to take over. Stay strong, be determined, persevere, know when to step back, know when to step in. I think you'll get to this point and you'll just be like, right, you're not going to say or the advice here is not to say when you get to that point, I'm done, I don't want any more of this. It's just to say, I've done my bit. I can't lay any more groundwork on this. I'm done. If I lay any more groundwork, the ground becomes unlevel. Then I have to step back and just wait for them to respond, however long that takes. And that's okay. But relax into it. Don't hyper focus on it. Don't count the days. Don't wonder how long is it going to be before they come through. Just get on with your life, Capricorn, seriously. Because otherwise you'll feel trapped by it. The King of Cups in reverse. Sometimes affection doesn't win the game, unfortunately. Sometimes doing the right thing, being kind, being unconditional, it doesn't have the desired effect, and that's hard to accept and deal with. But understand it's about them, not you. Because they're ignoring it doesn't mean it's a reflection of you. It's always a reflection of them. They're just taking longer. They're in a slower car. Their emotional car is, I don't know, it's got a blown tire, and you know, it's just chugging along, whereas yours is much more of a it's a healthy car. It's not going too fast, it's just going at just about the right pace. So let's go and do your oracle. And for October, we're going to select a crystal for you to either enhance or suppress certain energies around you in October. Some of these crystals I've never heard of. Yes, I'm not an expert. So this is Larimar. It is sea foam toned Larimar is a volcanic blue mineral only found in the Dominican Republic. The energy is like a spiritual snow cone for the seething and sweltering. Who needs it? The hot-tempered. Any Aries. where to put it. When super agitated, stop, drop, hold Larimar in your left hand and commence cooling breathing, i.e. stick out your rolled tongue and slowly inhale and exhale like you're sucking through a straw. That's interesting. I might have to try that. When to use it. When you feel like all of the world's problems are suddenly just your problem. When anger stands between you and the formation of articulate sentences. Remember, chill is a choice. Ride the cool breeze with Larimar. And the tag is slow your roll. How interesting. And that is exactly what you need, you know, to sort of stay cool. So go and find some Larimar. I always recommend getting the raw version and keep it in your pocket, or like it says, when you just feel that surge of emotion, just keep it in your left hand to absorb its energy. Anyway, thank you guys. If you are interested in booking a live reading, you can do so clicking the link in the description below. I am extending the discount again for the 3rd month in a row, so you are getting 28% discount. But thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement and your engagement that I return to you tenfold. See you next time. Enjoy the journey.